We got called out for an emergency service today. It is a Friday. We are in Dighton, Massachusetts. This customer called us out because they were having tons of electrical problems inside their home. When we got there, it ended up being that the whole entire service and the panel needed to be replaced as well. The service was actually taken in water. Everything was starting to corrode. So that's where all the electrical issues were. So we got there at 6 a.m., got everything prepped. I'm going to silicone the whole entire weather head here. I like to dump half a tube of silicone in there to seal everything up. This was on the inside. They actually tied one of those yellows in, which was a number 10 gauge, into the neutral bar. Didn't mark it a neutral, so we had to make sure we kept track of that just for the future. I like to tape the whole entire ill-skull around to keep all the water out. And now I'm going to show you what the weatherhead looked like. Take a look at how bad this service was. The cable was breaking down. The weatherhead was falling apart. Everything was just junk. Inside the meter itself, you can see all that rust and corrosion. There was actually a little bit of heat buildup in there. You couldn't really catch it on camera here, but there was some heat buildup in there. And now I'm showing you the cable here. That's where all the water was getting in from. It was just completely junk. It all needed to go. So this is why, guys, I get some comments, oh, you could have taped that. No, you can't save that cable. It's junk. This was on the inside here. They actually had THHN on the surface, just running into the time clock to feed it. So we had to fix that. We're going to add a nice piece of 14 MC there to feed that time clock, make everything right. I'm going to clean that vinyl block where the old meter used to be. And this is how I like to do it. I like to glue my gasket down, and then I'll glue the actual hub there with some RTV silicone. I've been actually having some issues with these Millbank meter mains. That hub will actually leak. So this is what I've been doing as a safety precaution now. This is actually a Siemens 200 amp meter main, but this is what I do as a safety precaution to keep all the water out. So now I'm going to be drilling my hole out there for the SCR. I put a little bit of lubricating oil on the 2-inch weatherproof connector there. That's just so the threads can go all the way in. And now I'm going to be setting my torque wrench, 275 pound-inches. That's going to be on all those other lugs. And then the breaker will actually be torqued to 250 pound-inches, and it's labeled right on the breaker. Nice witness marks on there to make sure I'm keeping track of everything. And then I put a little bit of no-locks on the meter itself. That way it prevents corrosion. And then also, if you ever got to pull the meter, let's say anyone's got to pull that meter, it doesn't get stuck. You can just pull it right out, and it's nice and safe. Take a look at how nice this service turned out. I got the SEU beautifully straight going all the way up the house. Then I 45'd up the rake board there and then did another 90 to the top. That way I could get about a foot above the stick pin or the point of attachment. We got the brand new 200 amp panel in there. We eliminated that other sub panel as requested by the customer. And then there was that piece of MC right there. So if you're in the Massachusetts area, give us a call.